Cool. The advice is, when you get a relationship, you get a relationship with two people, you get a relationship with the person that currently is and that person and the person who that person is becoming, right? And you get asked, and then what does that mean in practical advice? It means you will get a mix of both people, like someone who does both things. Their old habits, aka what they're currently like, and their new habits, who they're becoming. So, for example, I may not make myself emotionally vulnerable, right? And I may also be extremely great with kids. You see, the current bad of myself and the future good of myself. Like, okay, you see this person being a great wife in the future, but they currently like are always outside and stuff. You get a mix of both. You get someone who is currently outside a lot, and you also see aspects of them that mean they have the potential of being a great wife. But just wanted to conclude by saying, but who the flip am I? Who am I to give advice about relationships? And take everything I've said with a massive pinch of salt. Like, because who is this guy on the internet chatting to you? You know what I'm saying? I believe in taking advice from people who are where you want to be and what they're giving you advice from. And I am nobody to talk about relationships. I've only been in like commitless situations. Like, I've had relations, but they weren't like girlfriend, boyfriend, in that I may have all the romantic benefits, but I didn't have to be accountable. And part of the reason why that is because I've found someone who fits the mold, who I'd want to be in a relationship with. Well, I haven't found someone who I want to be in a relationship with that. That's cat, because I have found people who want to be in a relationship with me as well. But anyways, yeah, so I believe in take advice from people who are where you want to be and what they're giving you advice from. And I'm not someone you want to be in. Like, I'm not in a relationship, for example. Do you know what I mean? So who am I to say? I've never really had a girlfriend, maybe one, for like 6 months. And that was a whole complex situation. So the last time I gave a dot point script a go, it didn't go well. I had fleshed out absolutely everything I wanted to say. I typed it all up on my document, right? And by the time it came for me to deliver what I wanted to say, it was horrible. Dude, it was so bad. And now I'm going to do something that I normally do when I'm on the phone with someone, which is I'd write it up. I'd write up what I want to say as I'm speaking to them. Yeah, just to make sure I flesh out all my ideas. Now, what this video is about is it's about relationships. It's about relationships. And it tackles a belief I have, right, that I've been told from different sources. I don't remember what sources they are, but I know for sure they're people who are where I want to be. Piece of advice we're talking about now is when you get in a relationship, you get in a relationship with two people, who that person currently is and who that person is becoming. And when you get in a relationship with someone, cool, they might have cool ass potential. Like, oh, this person could be such a cool person. Like, they have future ambition, potential. That's the word. Cool, this person may have potential. And then some people use that as an excuse. Let me get in a relationship with them, even though them currently isn't what you want. And this relationship advice means you get in a relationship with both who the person is as the current day, like whoever it is they are. For example, me, someone who, what's a flaw of mine? Someone who doesn't articulate all his ideas extremely well. Someone who gets overstimulated. Someone who forgets things. That someone who isn't, I don't know if the word is emotionally available, but has trouble being emotionally vulnerable, right? That's me currently. Cool, you may say, oh, I have the potential of being a great husband, I have this quality, that quality. But when you get in a relationship with me, get in a relationship with the both of us, who I am now and who I'm becoming. And my brother, when Jordan, he's like when Proverbs says a friend that sticks closer than a brother, that's Jordan Adetiba, for sure. But he asked me a great question when I spoke to him about this principle. And that question was, cool, you've talked about who the person is currently. Like, you focused on who the person is currently, but you haven't said nothing about the future. Because, cool, you're saying you get in a relationship with both of them, and the person may not be who you want them to be currently, right? But you haven't said anything about who that person is going to be in the future. I had no response to that. My first thoughts was maybe, oh, it's important, but not as important because it's literally potential, and potential has the ability to not get realized, right? Like, potential can be liable to not being realized, but that therefore isn't the right answer because there's a lot of value in what you said about, like, what about the future person? I currently have an answer for that, and that answer is both. You get a mix of both. What does that mean in practice?